Good morning, children. This is Miss Nancy Farao, and today in English, we will do the third chapter. It's a poem called In Time of Silver Rain by Langston Hughes. Okay, so before I start with the poem and discussing all the stanzas of the poem, let me first give you a small brief on the poet Langston Hughes. Now, Langston Hughes, he is an Afro-American writer, okay, and he wrote this poem for his good friend Lorraine Hansberg. She is Lorraine Hansberg, and he got to know that she had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. So now it is a dedication to his dear friend Lorraine Hansberg, and in this poem it depicts how rain can bring joy and life. Now see what comes before rain. We have summer season, right? And summer you feel very hot, you don't feel like, you feel lethargic and lazy, you just don't feel like doing anything at times. You just want to sit in the house and just sit and relax. But when rain starts, when the first drop of rain comes, it falls, how do you feel? There's a new, there's a nice, there's excitement, there's energy, there is life, you feel like going and getting wet in the rain, and you feel so refreshed. So in this poem it describes how rain can bring joy and life in our life, and it also suggests that there is life after death. Okay, so let's begin this poem by Langston Hughes, In Time of Silver Rain. Okay, so this way it looks in your textbooks, all right? In your Bharati book, it looks this way. The page looks the same way how I have shown you on the screen. Okay, so let's begin the poem. In time of silver rain, okay, in time of silver rain, the earth puts forth new life again. Green grasses grow and flowers lift their heads, and all over the plain the wonder spreads of life, of life, of life. In time of silver rain, the butterflies lift silken wings to catch a rainbow cry, and trees put forth new leaves to sing in joy beneath the sky. As down the roadway, passing boys and girls go singing too. In time of silver rain, when spring and life are new. Wow, this is a beautiful poem. So now let's go through the four stanzas. Okay, so I'll just go again once more. Okay, so let's begin. In time of silver rain, the earth puts forth new life again. Green grasses grow. So, what does it? The first stanza explains to you. In the first stanza, Langston Hughes says that when it rains during springtime, okay, the earth gives birth to new forms of life again. Now, the use of this word again is used to imply that there's a link. It's the end of summer, and it's a coming of monsoon, right? So now the question: what forms of life can be viewed? No, what forms of life can be we can experience during rain? So, and as if he had anticipated this is question coming from his readers. So Hughes goes on to describe that in the next few lines, from the fourth line onwards, that he says that in monsoon, green grasses and flowers can be seen, right? And these grasses and flowers then function to spread a sense of wonderment all over the plain when they grow. Okay, so so the next stanza is and lift. Okay, and flowers and all over the plain the wonder spreads of life, of life, of life. So the Langston Hughes explains this sense of wonder that we feel at the sight when we see grasses growing and the flowers, how it's blooming. So in the entire of this stanza, it consists of these two words repeated thrice: of life, of life, of life. So Hughes says that we feel a sense of wonder at the existence of life itself, since the grasses and flowers are living, even though they may appear to be, in a static position. Okay. Now let's go to the third stanza. In time of silver rain, like butterflies lift silken wings to catch a rainbow cry, and trees put forth new leaves to sing in joy beneath the sky. Okay. So in the third stanza, Langston Hughes, he goes on to elaborate on what other sights we might come across when it rains, you know. So he says that we may notice a butterfly or butterflies, you know, fluttering around in the hope of seeing a rainbow. And we may also see new leaves growing on trees and, you know, and trees, so it's a nice feeling, you know. And we may even see human life in addition to the natural life that Hughes has been describing so far in the form of boys and girls passing by on the streets and singing, you know, as they walk along. So the fourth stanza goes this way: as down the roadway, passing boys and girls go singing too, in time of silver rain, when spring and life are new. So what does the fourth stanza explains to you? That the final stanza, that it's a conclusion that he's given the readers about the last three stanzas. He says that we can see grasses, flowers, butterflies, rainbows, leaves, and happy children when silver rain. Okay, when silver rain, that's the title of the poem. You know, it falls. Okay, so and how much it brings new energy, new excitement, new life in our lives. Okay, so now I hope children you like the explanation of my poem and the way I have made it. Now it's time for some self-study. Okay, so let's go one by one. Now answer the following questions in one line. So what do you think will be the answer for this one? Who puts forth the new life again? Can you think? You can tell me in your own words. So the earth puts forth new life again, right? I showed you in the picture also. The earth, it puts forth new life again. Then identify the lines where non-living things are given human qualities. Come on, what can it be? Yes, earth puts forth new life, flowers lift their head. Okay, even butterflies, right? You heard about butterflies also? Like I'll just show it to you. Okay, we'll go slowly, slowly. Like, okay, I'll just show you the last one. Okay, yeah. Like the butterflies lift silken wings to catch a rainbow cry, right? New leaves to sing. So these are all the lines, okay? So we need to identify those lines. I've just put in two over here. You can add on over here more on, right? The third one, what happens to the grass and flowers when it rains? The grass grows back and the flowers lift their heads up in the rain. Then why do butterflies lift their silken wings? To catch the butterflies lift their silken wings to catch a rainbow cry. And the last one in this parameter is, are the boys and girls happy that it's raining? Yes, the boys and girls are happy that it is raining. Now answer the following question. Now the prior one was one line, okay? Now this is a big question. So I have just put one question over here, so it gives the entire gist of the poem. So why does the poet say that life is new when it rains? So I just read out the answer for you. The poet says that life is new when it rains because the flora and fauna comes back to their former lively and wonderful forms, right? The grasses grow, the flowers again are blooming, right? So people feel refreshed by rain as it provides a relief after the dry and hot weather. Yes, and rain brings back the energy and color of the nature that gets drained out during the harsh summer. Hence, the poet says that life is new when it rains. Okay, so this you can write it in your own words also. Now fill in the blanks with the reference to the poem. In time of silver, in okay, now we'll go one by one. In time of rain, when spring and life are new, the butterflies lift their silken wings to catch a rainbow cry, and trees put forth new leaves to sing in joy beneath the sky as passing boys and girls too go singing down the roadway. Okay, it was easy, right? Now let's go to the grammar part over here. Pick out the rhyming word from the two stanzas. Okay, let's do the not two, we'll do all the four stanzas. Okay, so I have mentioned over here. So rain, again, again, plain, heads, spreads, wing, sing, spring, cry, sky, to, new. Okay. Now pick out the adjective to describe rain in the extract. So silver, correct? It describes as silver rain. And what about butterflies? Wings of butterflies? They are silken wings of butterfly, correct? Now this was a session for this particular chapter. I hope you enjoyed the session, children. Bye. Take care.